but we as a continent have now defined ourselves.
Hello and welcome to TOS TV, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Stephanie Adia and this is TOS National News. We start with COVID-19 updates in Nigeria. Nigeria has recorded 864 new COVID-19 cases, bringing the total caseload of the country to 127,024 as of Thursday, January 28. This is according to Nigeria's Center for Disease Control. According to the agency's report, 129 cases were recorded in the FCT, 87 were recorded in Anambra, while Lagos State, which has been the epicenter of the virus in the country, with a total of 46,935 cases, was omitted. Osun and Ekiti had the lowest recorded cases with 4 and 2 cases respectively. 3 new deaths were also recorded from the last 24 hours. On a positive note, however, 853 persons are said to have fully recovered from the virus. The federal government says that vaccines procured by Nigeria under emergency condition would be placed under heavy scrutiny. NAFDAC will have to examine them thoroughly before it is approved for use. This was disclosed by the Minister of State for Health, Senator Olurunnibe Mamora, in Abuja on Thursday during an inspection tour of the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development. Nigeria has since recognized the important role of research and development in the push to promote good health, well-being, and economic development, he added. The minister also stated that Nigeria has developed institutions to promote research like the NIPRD and urged on development partners to collaborate more with NIPRD in its bid to make Nigeria self-sufficient in medicine production. As of Thursday, the Minister of Health, Osage Ehanire, also said that Nigeria had secured an additional 41 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. However, the delivery date for the vaccines remain unknown as manufacturers struggle to meet global demand in time. The 41 million doses were secured as part of efforts by an African Union task team to help countries on the continent gain equitable access to vaccines. The AU earlier on Thursday had announced that it had secured an additional 400 million doses of the vaccines for the continent. Nigeria was expected to take delivery of 100,000 vaccine doses via the WHO-backed COVAX sharing facility by the end of January, but the timeline has now been shifted to February, Minister Ehanire also confirmed on Thursday. The federal government of Nigeria on Thursday boasted that at least 99% of data of all citizens in Nigeria was protected and insured, as it assured Nigerians not to worry about the privacy of their data. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy Issa Pantami disclosed this virtually on day 4 of the National Privacy Week organized by the National Information Technology Development Agency as part of programs to celebrate the World Privacy Day. The government claims of data protection came as suspected hackers interrupted the Data Privacy Forum as disruptive voices were heard for some minutes during the event. Speaking on data protection in Nigeria, Pantami said, and I quote, "I can say that at least 99% of our privacy is ensured, if not 100%. He added, and I quote, "I want to assure our citizens that with this government in place, our data are protected. And I want to also give the same assurance to our international partners and citizens residing in Nigeria that they should have peace of mind that their data is protected." Community Initiative to Promote Peace is a 5-year project designed to mitigate violent conflict in at-risk communities in 6 states of Nigeria's northwest, namely Kaduna, Kano, and Katsina states, and north central, Kogi, Benue, and Plateau state zones. Now, the project is by the Savannah Center for Diplomacy, Democracy, and Development, SCDDD.
It's been effective. This is something we've started for about 13, 14 months now, and we've been engaging, across the 6 states of Northeast and North Central, and we'll be meeting with different community stakeholders, speaking with them on the importance of working for peace and as well as cooperating with policymakers, making sure that we have sustainable peace in Nigeria, and especially in those various communities in Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Plateau, Kogi, and Benue states.
Peace is not inevitable. This is what Senior Special Advisor to the Nigerian President on Public Affairs, Ajuri Ngelale, said in his goodwill message at the National Quarterly Policy Desk Review on Tuesday.
Peace is not inevitable, and that peace is forged not by an assumption of peace, but by the active process of producing it and maintaining it. If you look at the fact that as the world has its eyes on Nigeria, not just as a hub of democracy in Africa, but as a hub of diversity in the world, what you find is, why is it that we cannot see that we have a chance to set a standard for the rest of the world? We have an opportunity to create and export to the world the Nigerian standard. What is the Nigerian standard in the context of peace? Is it possible that the Nigeria that is always in the news for terrorism, for insurgency, for economic deprivation, for poverty, for one negative reason or the other, that Nigeria could also be the story of the world, of a nation, very diverse nation, that went through all of these challenges and rallied around to unify a people around a common vision that it could be this country and no other country in the world to be the one that stands out as an example?
You're watching your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS TV. To stay with us as we bring you more stories. The Presidency of Nigeria on Thursday said that it was currently analyzing the sources of data used by Transparency International in arriving at Corruption Perceptions Index in Nigeria. A statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, said that the report was not an accurate portrayal of the facts on ground. The presidency further claimed that some persons at Transparency International in Nigeria were against President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. The statement said, and I quote, "We are currently analyzing the sources of data used in arriving at the latest Transparency International report on Corruption Perceptions Index in Nigeria, since by their own admission, they don't gather their own data. This report is not accurate. However, it doesn't portray of the facts on ground. In the coming days, the government's technical unit on governance research will be providing more detailed information on the sources of the TI data." The statement also said organizations should be factual in their analysis and be prepared to rely on inputs outside of sensational media reports and age-old narratives which have not been updated to reflect today's reality in Nigeria concerning its globally respected war on corruption. The federal government of Nigeria is expected to receive the outline business case certificate of compliance for 12 pilot federal highways billed for concession, as some of the federal highways may likely be towed. The Federal Ministry of Works and Housing in Abuja said that the 12 roads were under the ministry's Highway Development Management Initiative. It was stated that the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission would hand over the certificate to the ministry on Friday, January 29, 2021, at the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing headquarters in Abuja. The combined area covered by these 12 highways is about 1,963 kilometers, which is less than 5.6% of Nigeria's 35,000 kilometers federal highway network. The governments of river states in South-South Nigeria and communities in the Niger Delta region have criticized the proposal by the federal government to unbundle the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation and privatize a part of it as well as oil assets without the approval of other tiers of government. The state and the communities, in their separate written presentations to the House of Representatives on the Petroleum Industry Bill, stated that the proposal to eventually sell off a national petroleum company to be created from the NNPC requires a collective approval of all stakeholders. According to them, the NNPC and petroleum assets belongs to the Federation and not the federal government alone. The host communities of Nigeria producing oil and gas in its presentation to the House Committee on PIB and its public hearing held between Wednesday and Thursday particularly faulted the proposed plan to empower the petroleum ministers to solely determine the fate of national assets in the oil and gas sector. The presentation read in part, and I quote, "Consequently, we demand that Nigeria continues to maintain a robust national petroleum company whose interests should not be privatized or divested as proposed in the bill, where it intends to divest not less than 10% in 5 years, not less than 30% thereafter. Each of those provisions mathematically and legally implies 100% investment." End of quote. You're watching TOS National News on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS TV. Still ahead, business and sports. In business, the federal government said that its partnership with the private sector in the area of sugar production would promote competition, productivity, profitability, and sustainability in the industry. This was disclosed by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, at the inauguration of the Nigeria Sugar Institute, Ifelodun Local Government Area Council of Kwara. Adebayo said, and I quote, "The government therefore recognizes the need to deepen its partnership with the private sector to drive access to skills development, research, and development." End of quote. Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Sugar Institute, NSI, Dr. Latif Bolsari, said that the objectives of the institute will be to boost the development of human resources required for the Nigerian sugar industry, also to tap into new technologies and innovative approaches as they emerge for the benefit of the industry. And now to sports, where Nigeria Wrestling Federation have announced plans to get the country's wrestlers ready for the Africa Oceania Olympic qualifying tournament from 2nd to 4th April and the preceding 2021 African Championships from 6th to 11th April, both in El Jadida, Morocco. Team Nigeria wrestlers returned to action for the first time in almost a year at the recently concluded Baraza Champion of Champions tournament in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, which was held from 15th to 18th of January. Speaking on behalf of the Federation, President of the body, Honorable Daniel Igali, disclosed that the wrestlers will commence preparations for the double-header in Morocco with the forthcoming National Sports Festival in Benin, Edo State, from 14th to 28th February, before going into an intensive close campaign in Yenagoa a week after the festival. The world and Olympic champion added that the plan is to have each wrestler compete in about 15 bounds prior to the qualifiers in Morocco. World number 2 in 57 kg women wrestling, Ojuna Dayo Adekuroye, is the only Nigerian to have qualified for the postponed Tokyo 2020 Games, which runs from 23rd July to 8 August this year. However, the NWF is hopeful at least 7 more wrestlers will join her to Tokyo for the Games. And that is the national news on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS TV. Now, for more updates, you could also visit our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. TOS TV is also available on TS TV, channel 138. Stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS TV Network. I am Stephanie Odia. Bye for now.